Attorney General nonsense in New York that they're now investigating the Trump organization criminally, in this 5-year plus never-ending witch hunt. So, a statement from my father, the 45th President of the United States. Hang on, it's a good one. I have just learned through leaks in the mainstream media that after being under investigation from the time I came down the escalator 5.5 years ago, including the fake Russia hoax, the 2-year, $48 million no collusion Mueller witch hunt, impeachment hoax number 1, impeachment hoax number 2, and others, that the Democrat New York Attorney General has informed my organization that their investigation is no longer just a civil matter, but also potentially a criminal investigation, working with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. There's nothing more corrupt than an investigation that is in desperate search of a crime, but make no mistake, that is exactly what is happening here. The Attorney General of New York literally campaigned on prosecuting Donald Trump even before she knew anything about me. She said that if elected, she would use her office to look into every aspect of my real estate dealings. She swore that she would definitely sue me. She boasted on video that she would be, and I quote, a real pain in the ass. She declared, just wait until I'm in the Attorney General's office and I've got my eyes on Trump Tower. She's also promised that if elected, she would join with law enforcement and other attorney generals across the nation in removing this president from office. And that it's important that everyone understand that the days of Donald Trump are coming to an end. The Attorney General made these statements not after having had an opportunity to look at the facts, but before she was even elected, before she had even seen a shred of evidence. This is something that happens in the failed third world countries, not the United States. If you can run for a prosecutor's office pledging to take out your enemies and be elected to that job by partisan voters who wish to enact political retribution, then we are no longer a free constitutional democracy. Likewise, the district attorney's office has been going after me for years based on a lying, discredited lowlife who has not listened or given any credibility by other prosecutorial offices and was sentenced to 3 years in prison for lying and other events unrelated to me. These investigations have also been going on for years with members and associates of the Trump organization being viciously attacked, harassed, and threatened. I actually know from experience, folks. I've been one of them. In order to say anything bad about the 45th President of the United States, this would include having to make up false stories, numerous documents all prepared by large and prestigious law and accounting firms have been examined, and many hours of testimony have been taken from many people, some of whom I haven't seen in years. These Democrat offices are consumed with this political and partisan witch hunt at a time when crime is up big in New York City. Shootings are up 97%. Murders are up 45%. A rate not seen in 40 years. Drugs and criminals are pouring into our country at a record number from our now unprotected southern border, and people are fleeing New York for other, much safer locations to live. But the district attorney and the attorney general possessed at an unprecedented level with destroying their political fortunes of Donald J. Trump and almost 75 million people who voted for him, by far the largest number ever received by a sitting president. This is what these investigations are all about. A continuation of the greatest political witch hunt in the history of the United States. Working in conjunction with Washington, these Democrats want to silence and cancel millions of voters because they don't want Trump to run again. And I think that's an important point, folks, because that's what this is really all about at this point. You don't drag something out without even actually doing anything for 5 years unless you have an end game, and that's likely it. But he continues, as people are being killed on the sidewalks of New York at an unprecedented rate, As drugs and crime of all kinds are flowing through New York City at record levels, with absolutely nothing being done about it, all they care about is taking down Trump. Our movement, which started with the great election win in 2016, is perhaps the biggest and most powerful in the history of our country. But the Democrats want to cancel the Make America Great Again movement, not by making America first, but making America last. No president has been treated the way I have. With all of the crime and corruption you read about and others, nothing happens. They only go after Donald Trump. After prosecutorial efforts, the likes of which no one has ever seen before, they failed to stop me in Washington. So they turned over to New York to do their dirty work. This is what I've been going through for years. It's a very sad and very dangerous tale for our country, but it is what it is, and we will overcome together. I have built a great company, employed thousands of people, and all I do is get unfairly attacked and abused by a corrupt political system. It would be so wonderful if the effort used against President Donald J. Trump, who lowered taxes and regulations, rebuilt our military, took care of our veterans, created Space Force, fixed our borders, produced our vaccine in record-setting time and years ahead of what was anticipated, and made our country great and respected again, and so much more would be the focus ever more on the dangerous sidewalks of New York. If these prosecutors focused on any real issues, crime would be obliterated and New York would be great and free again. But guys, that's not what they're doing. He's 100% right. Pass on the word. Again, I'm doing this here because I think anywhere else if I did that, there's a chance they'd use it as an excuse to throw me off those platforms. And we need our voices to be heard. We need that message to be shared. We need people to be loud and vocal and not be afraid to be canceled. Because if we're all in this together, guys, they don't stand a chance. But we all need to be in it together.